Well, hello, good evening. I'm Wes the Explosion, and tonight we're wrapping up with Pokemon Violet. Honestly thought the last one was going to be the last one, but then they announced like the epilogue. Oh, it's a Nintendo Switch. You have to tell me what games you got on this thing. Where is Nintendo? It's a Nintendo Switch OLED. In stores now for $349.99 MSRP. What a deal! It has so many great titles on it, such as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, ARMS, Splatoon 2 and 3, Super Mario Odyssey, and the latest in the Pokemon franchise. Telling lies is fun as long as it supports our economy. Just gonna throw this out there. Ogrepon is totally in my party right now. Come in, maybe spend some money? Look around the town. Plop down some cash. Visit the shrine. Make an offering. Sure. Again, this probably means nothing whether I say one or the other. As small as it was, I really appreciate it in like Sun and Moon, where you could just say things to tease people. It wouldn't change the story, all it would change was like their reaction for like the next, few lines. But it was still nice. Of course, they did give me a chance, I think, last DLC where it's like, do you want to be a butt? And I was like, no, I don't want to be a butt, even though the other thing would be funnier to say. Probably have the funnier reaction. But then again, I guess that still just demonstrates what I'm saying, that it's a choice. Yeah, they could have given me two nice options. I'm sorry, wasn't I supposed to go here? But they gave me like a nice option and a rude option, and I decided to go with the nice option. That was my choice. Listen, I don't care. Okay, never mind, I do care. We should probably play games. Perhaps on the Nintendo Switch. Of course, oh man, we didn't even need the TV for that, given that it comes with its own standalone screen. What an amazing device developed by the geniuses at Nintendo. They invent fun. So anyway, I say we jump on Miraidon and we bolt. If it's for Nimona or if it's for Carmen, I'll try a bit harder. But these random schlubs, oh. These random schlubs, I don't care. Hello, Kieran. And you too, Jin. Can I zoom in on your eyes for a sec? Okay, he's good. He's good. He's clean. Oh no, Grandma. No, she had her eyes closed, so I couldn't tell. But I thought that if... Wait, is that how the curse is being passed? Okay. I just figured it was magical psychic stuff. But no, it's evil Mochi. This is awfully sudden, but... And this is how we learn. This is how we learn that the evil curse that makes people's eyes turn purple while saying mochi mochi and giving them a purple aura is caused by purple mochi. Oh man, no way. My entire family's freaking crazy. It's just a matter of time until it gets... Kieran, please. Kieran, darling. Kieran, my good friend. Kieran, we just watched the transformation happen. You gotta be able to connect the dots. No. He ate the mochi. Although I guess if he thinks it's a curse, he probably just thinks it's spreading through the air or something. The residents of this town are cursed. It shall slowly filter through the populace like a plague. Just don't eat the mochi. Don't eat the mochi. In fact, thank you. Oh, God, thank you, Kieran. Oh, we don't pay for your fancy schooling for nothing. If I just give you the Pecha Berry, will you just let everybody go? And if I give you the Pecha Berry, do you promise not to somehow cause an apocalypse from it? That's just something I kind of worry about with these games. It seems like, I guess when you're playing with creatures that have like the power of gods, right? It doesn't take a lot to cause an apocalypse. Where I was trying to get them and was like, oh yeah, no, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, if you want to do, like, he wants to do, like, Pokemon, he said that he hates, like, you know, having to wait until post-game to get some of the Pokemon he wants and everything, right? I was like, well, if you want to do that, I could just trade you, like, a Joltik, because he loves Joltik, and they just added them in. And he's like, well, da-da-da-da-da-da, and he's like, if the stats aren't exactly right, then the Pokemon's pretty much worthless. And he was telling me about how, I guess it would have been a Gen 5 thing. He had a Zebstrika that he really liked. He's an electric type user, like, well, he's fond of electric type in case that's not obvious. But he was saying that its stats, you know, just made it horrible. I'm like, well, you can do it this way, you know, you can do this, and pretty much just customize your Pokemon stats, get them to, like, perfect and everything. And he's like, well, that'd be post-game, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We should probably catch the drone. My point is, one, I could not convince him to pick up Pokemon again. And two, I feel like Pokemon is one of those games that becomes significantly less fun when you really understand how it works. I'm just impressed. I'm just impressed. She has been here for, like, wait, let me look at the screen. Yeah, for less than an hour, and she has a level 86 frickin' Rabombi. And you know what? I quite like Rabombi. An excellent choice. This must be why we are such good friends. Stealth Rock. I kinda like its shelled up form. But with its weird little inner body, it just looks like dumb Poiple. Well, anyway, I think we all know what's going to happen here. Because everybody theorized that this was part of the Loyal, you know, like the secret member of the Loyal 3. So that just means part poison. Look, it's slowing down. So is the frame rate. Catch it. I believe in you. No, no, no. That wasn't a programming error. That was... Is there anything that feels like super appropriate for this thing? You know what? Sport ball. Because you look like a dork, you get the dorky ball. Yes! There was like a summary, well no, a topic on GameFAQs. It's like, it you know, kind of sucks that Ghost Poison isn't just a Gengar thing anymore. And I was like, oh, who did they add that? Oh, right, the only one. The only new Pokemon this time. And I mean, it's just typing. I guess it's not that big of a deal. But still, I kind of like fighting new Pokemon. Like, I had fun trying to figure out, like, the Loyal 3, what their typings were, so I kind of wish that I would have been given a chance to figure it out, although him immediately using Shadow Ball might have tipped me off. Like, I feel like this kind of sums up why I felt so dissatisfied with the last batch of DLC. You go to Blueberry Academy, and then they're just like, go to the Paldea crater, and then just stay down there for like 20 minutes, and it's done. Like, I think literally everybody I've talked to, or everybody I've heard from, that talked about the DLC assumed that Terapagos was gonna be in the big disco ball above the, you know, above the dome here. And then she just says it. That wasn't very well done, was it? Like, are you just making a general observation, or is this like meta humor where you're just like, we could have executed that plotline a little better. Sending feedback to Game Freak. Do you want me to go and complain to Game Freak? What are you doing? I don't know whether they're like, whether this is meta or whether they're just so self-aware that they don't understand how this could track back to them. I'm so confused. But yeah, we were talking about that Pokemon popularity poll they did in Japan, and about how Ogerpon was like, I think 11th, and apparently Ogerpon also got another spot on the list, because I guess they counted, like, I think it was the Flame Mask or something like that, separate for some stupid dumbass reason. And people were like, oh, wow. It's just, you know, like, in only 2 months, it already rose this far into the, you know, into the popularity ranks. And it's like, yeah, that's, yeah, you know, that's kind of impressive. And then Sam just pointed out, he's like, well, how many Pokemon have an entire, like, DLC campaign story build up around them, right? And it's like, you know what? Very fair. Very fair. Just depends on what angle you're looking at it from. It's cool that you fight them and they're like stronger and everything, right? But thinking about it, I kind of almost wish that they would have continued the double battle trend. Because that just would have been, it's like you're fighting them under completely different circumstances, right? But I guess the whole thing with that is they would have probably needed to completely rework the teams. Because, you know, at that point, you'd actually want to build a team around, you know, double battles in mind. I guess what I'm saying is it would be more work. And while there's a part of me that's just like, hey, I appreciate them giving the opportunity, you know, like, I just not letting the gym leaders be, I guess, a twice and done. Because you do rematch them at the end of the story, right? At least if I'm not remembering that incorrectly. But, you know, I appreciate them doing that, is what I'm saying, though, right? But the whole thing is, this DLC was $35. So I don't think it's necessarily wrong for us to expect maybe just a little bit more? I see some people, when they do streams, they put spoilers in, like, in the name, right? In, like, the title of their stream and everything. And it's just one of those things that I wonder, like, how necessary that is? Because it seems like a little dumb, like, you know. Like my stream tonight. I called it, you know, Pokemon Violet Epilogue. So I kind of feel like if anybody were to come into the stream and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you spoiled, like, what happens at the end of the DLC for, you know, for Pokemon Violet. It's one of those, like, it's in the title, like, you know. And just, like, in general, when people are saying, hey, I'm playing this game tonight, it's like, well, of course there's gonna be spoilers, right? I'm playing the game. You know what I mean? So it always just, it strikes me as redundant. And yet a lot of people do it, and I just kind of wonder, am I an asshole for not putting spoilers? I mean, geez, I played through all of Mega Man Zero, like... Actually, I played through Mega Man Zero 1, 2, and 3. So technically, I spoiled, you know, spoiled the entire game.